And I'm not real sure I like this preset over on Instagram, but it is what it is. And I'm live on YouTube. Let me get Facebook going. Hold on, y'all. How is everybody today on Wednesday, whatever the date is, the 11th? Today is 11/11/2020. Hold on. All right, let's see if all my connections are up and going. And I think I'm good to go. Hey, Facebook. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone on this November 11th, 2020? I've said that. I seem to repeat myself an awful lot lately. You kind of got a little glimpse into my kitchen there, which I'm in the process of changing production up in there. And I'll get to that in just a little bit. How is everybody today? The sun is shining. Here in St. Louis, it went from 79 degrees down to 36 within 12 hours. We're in St. Louis, Missouri. Don't blink because it changes that quick. Wanted really just to come on. I was on Instagram and Facebook, and I did upload a video that I recorded a video for YouTube, and I've yet to put it up. I figured it was easier just to go live, talk a little production, talk a little political nonsense, because as I've said in the last few months, I've become a little bit more of a political activist, not trying to offend anybody, not trying to make anybody upset, not trying to ruffle any feathers, definitely not trying to debate anybody, and definitely don't appreciate being laughed at. Right now we are all having issues with what is going on. I got some crazy hair here. We all have issues. What is this thing? Hang on. That'll drive me crazy. We all have issues right now with what is going on in this political realm, no matter what city, no matter what state, no matter what side of the party you fall on. It is very, very important to know your own immune health. It is very, very important to know where your strong suit is in how you're trying to make a living and how you are living on facts that are true to yourself. We're not all in the same boat, and everybody needs to stop putting everybody in the same boat. And last night, I reached out to a couple people that I respect and had asked some questions. People that are asking questions right now, they don't appreciate automatically the person thinking that they're there to debate them. The person that's asking the questions, there's a real fear. There's a real struggle in what is occurring in all of our lives, and what you might be going through. All three of my platforms, because I've got hundreds of people on all platforms. We're not in the same thing. We're not in the same boat. And just because you ask a particular question doesn't make you have a conspiracy theory. And it's not nice to be laughed at. It's just not. The struggle is real. The fear is real. We don't know what's going to happen. And it has hindered quite a bit of incomes. As I sit today in St. Louis, Missouri, supposedly, COVID numbers are up. There's more testing. If you put a little common sense behind it, if you get tested and you're positive, it's going to make the numbers, of course, go up. And as the media and everybody else has said, just because you get tested positive doesn't mean that it's doom and gloom. So it comes back to people know your own immune, know what your health triggers are, and know if you need to be working on certain things to keep you healthy, then that's what you need to do. From my understanding, everybody that I have heard of something, it's been a mild cold, no more than a simple flu. Myself, I had the stomach flu 2 weeks ago because I have a form of leukemia. When I get sick, it just comes upon me a little different. 3 weeks before I know that I'm going to get sick, I start getting these really, really weird kind of things that happen to me. I know my immune system. I know my triggers. I know what I need to do to take care of myself. and I'm an independent thinker. I don't need some other entity putting the power of suggestion in my mind that, oh, I could get sick. Let me tell you, brother, sister, I'm already dealing with an issue. And that's why I stopped going to my primary care, because every time I would go see her, she would say, "Oh, you're sick." Well, because it's a diagnosis, I've said this a million times, because it's a diagnosis, that is not the prognosis. And people need to start assessing their own health, and they need to start calling out what they really don't believe in, or what they do believe in, or what they feel is necessary for their own life to survive. If you want to be dependent on the government, go right ahead. But that's not who I am, and that's not what I stand for. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an artist. I think outside the box. I talk outside the box. I live my life extremely loud, and most people don't understand why I don't conform. I don't want to conform. I don't want to live to somebody else's expectation of what I need to do for me in order to make a living. It's just not going to happen. Right now, with everything that's going on and not knowing a direction and what we have to do, it is now more than ever to continue with your hobbies. You just can't stop living life like the whole world has seemed to do since March. You need to be true to who you are and stay true to your core. And you need to continue with what it is that makes you vital and alive and gives you purpose. And you have this mission to be more content with who you are and what you're all about. I teach painting classes, I teach floral wreath classes, I teach a jewelry making class. I am best served when I am providing a service for somebody else. And for some higher entity to tell me that I can't do that, if I'm not creating, I have no life. I might be able to travel a little bit and I might be able to do my photography, but I can only sit still for so long before I need to become very vocal. I need to be more intent with a mission that I'm trying to work on. I can't sit back. And I know it's caused a little bit of friction, but I'm not a TV person. I live in a world that is very loud. I hear the news, I hear a radio, I hear the general public speaking all the time in my ear. And there are times I don't want a TV on. I want the quiet. I want to just lay in my spot and I want to drink my coffee or have myself a glass of wine and not listen to idle noise. I don't need that type of entertainment. I just don't. I am driven. When I am focused, I am driven, and there's nothing that's going to stand in the way. So while everybody else has been, all doom and gloom, and our county executive here in St. Louis, Missouri is just preaching to the wrong choir. We've got to take care of our own health. We don't need that entity. We need to do what we need to do to stay focused in our life so we can create the income that we want to do. It's being a capitalist. It's providing a service, providing a product for something that somebody needs, not this other entity telling us this is what you need and this is how you're going to pay for it and this is how much it is. We've had entertainers, we've had musicians, we've had artists, we've had the food service industry hurt terribly by a lot of lies, a lot of extortion, a lot of money laundering and funneling. And it doesn't matter what side of any party that you need to be on. It's just ask the right questions because somebody has the answers. And it goes back to, if you're asking somebody a certain question, don't automatically think that they're having a conspiracy, that they're looking for a debate. We want answers. We really, really do. We need the fairness of what is going on. We need to know, and my one phone, excuse me. We need the fairness so we can see how things are happening all the way around. We have 2 more months to get us through to the end of the year. This has been a hell of a year. We've all suffered all the way around. It's hurt our relationships physically, mentally, emotionally. It's taken money out of our pockets. It's restricted our freedom and speech. Big tech has set in. And I was having a conversation this morning. Excuse me again. I was having a conversation this morning with one of my very dear friends, and we were talking about journalism. Way, way back, and when I was in my 30s and I just turned 59 in July, I was studying to be a journalist. That was my original goal. I was going to be a news reporter. I was going to step in and I was going to be the person that everyone was going to see on the nightly 5 o'clock news. Well, when I was taking all those classes, it was the beginning of where real reporting was starting to change. It was becoming more sensationalism, the things that sell, the things that get people gripped onto what they want to hear, because they have this inner turmoil that if they are not hearing what they need to hear to keep them in fear, to keep the drama, the trauma, the crisis all up, it's just sensationalism. And in the past 2 decades, we have seen more and more of that. It's not reporting what's real. It's reporting what people want to hear to keep them in this hold. So as I was having this conversation with my friend this morning, I had said, journalism, everybody in local TV, they need to be fired. They need to reassess why they went into the career that they chose. Big sponsorship pays a lot of these stations. And it's so important to understand they're being paid to report things, and it's up to you as an individual to do your research and to ask the questions that you need to do. And those are things that, because I did want to be a journalist, I went out of my way, and I still go out of my way to ask questions, because it takes a whole bunch of us to understand how each of us relate off of each other. So if you're not asking the right questions and you're not looking in the right direction, you're never going to get what you need to hear to satisfy a fear and a struggle that you might be going with. Right now I'm supposed to be doing an art fair on December 12th. I'm kind of holding off because I'm waiting to see what the county executive says. He's in a dual conflicting position, and more power is being given to him, where it's taking away the entrepreneur's capitalist way of living. And we have had to learn how to operate a little bit more through computer online things. And in the very beginning, I have always said, what happens if the internet goes down and we don't continue to have these one-on-one in real life connections? We are seeing more people who are depressed. We are seeing more people more withdrawn. We have seen people who have given up their idea of what they want to do and how they want to do it. They've become very codependent. A lot of people have become couch potatoes. A lot of people have just been afraid to leave their house. And then we have the other realm who's been able to work at home and has been able to make a large, grand scale of money. Well, there are people like myself whose income is down, and where the struggle has been real, trying to figure out what in the world is going on, because all my life I've been able to survive like this. I've always been able to go in and lend a hand when I need to some industry. I do what I need to do to help them, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. And this last couple years, the struggle has become more and more real. Being an entrepreneur, being a capitalist, creating my own line, having my own business, even promoting products, which I'll get to as I segue into the other. It takes a mental juggler to be able to survive by what is being crammed down our throat right now. I don't know if I'm being censored. I'm not doing anything wrong that I'm not supposed to do. I'm still Kit. I still live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, a mom of three. My kids are all successful, all, because I've taught them, just love what you do. Let the money follow who you are, don't conform. My son, he's a personal trainer. My oldest, he's a personal trainer. He's a massage therapist. Um, he's a bodybuilder. He's an artist. My daughter's a school teacher in one of the best districts, St. Louis County has. And then even my youngest, who's going to be 20, he's working two jobs. He does a trade during the day. He's in construction, and then he works food service at night. We're not lazy. We just do things very, very differently. And it goes back to whatever it is that is calling to your soul right now. You need to be loud. You need to be intentful. You need to be full of purpose. And don't become codependent because you can't fight your way out of whatever it is that you're being suppressed to be. It's taken months for me to get my voice back. I've laid on the couch long enough. Not a drinker, but let me tell you, beer has become one of my friends. And I can tell by the weight that I've put on, which I can very gladly say I'm probably down about 8 pounds. Never got out of that size 6 into a size 7, but it's starting to slide back down. And I feel more vibrant. I feel more healthy. My hair just got cut. My makeup is all intact. I'm going to go and lend a hand this evening to a couple people that, that I love being a part of. I love being a part of another community, and it keeps me in touch with how that outside world is working. So as I'm sitting here preaching to you, I might be pressing buttons, but if I'm pressing buttons and you're a little unnerved, then that's on you. That's how you have been looking at things. It's your narrow-mindedness because you have listened to too many outside entities telling you what you need to do for yourself. So this past year, as I have taken a hiatus, and I have taken a very big hiatus. It's just high time that I get back to who I am and what I need to be for me in order to get me out of this house, to get me back on plan and on track to the mission that I'm trying to achieve. I want to give a couple of shout outs before I go into my products that I've been working on and dealing with and collaborating with. But my friend Kim, I just want to give a big shout out. She just bought a house. Big steps in this scary time. And I could not be prouder of her move to go forward, no matter what she's hearing or no matter what she's being told. She's doing something from her heart and her soul, and some wonderful opportunity, because that's how God, the higher power, works. When you're in the right frame of reference, in the right frame of mind, doors open that you didn't even know were going to open for you. And I'm extremely, extremely proud. And I can't wait to share this great accomplishment with her when she gets ready to move into her house. Another little shout out that I want to do, Alexandra Baker, HSN's partner product hostess, who I have been in contact with because I've been picking her brain. And this morning she sent me a wonderful, wonderful message through Instagram. And I'm thankful to Instagram for allowing us to have this connection type thing. And she gave me some wonderful, wonderful hints and tips on lighting and production. And although she's big scale, big time on TV, she took her time out to message me, the entrepreneur still working from home, still trying to promote my product, my business, my personality, because you may not want anything that I have to sell, but you'll definitely want to know who I am and why I do the things I do. So, my t-shirts might be novel, my aprons that I put together, my kitchen line, or even the Watkins products that I am promoting and selling and collaborating with them, the little steps that you need to do to get noticed, to have your product in front of somebody else. I will be working on changing my kitchen all up for my in the kitchen promotions and productions. She gave me some wonderful hints on cameras and lighting. So, and you know me, anybody who's been following me, I am always up for a new gadget, new lighting. Not using my microphone today because I'm like full of piss and vinegar, if you want the God's honest truth. Um, but I'm ready to get this ball rolling. I have outgrown my house. It is time to go. It is time to move forward. It is time to lock, stock, barrel, take this production and just do the things that I'm needing to do. And however else everything falls is going to be the way that it falls. But promotion, production, getting my line out there. I have even bought my own line, which makes me really, really happy. I have been able to purchase my own nail line. It's not a Jamberry, it's not color art, but I'm really, really excited that I have been able to pick up, buy my own nail wrap. And I know mine need to be done, but we are going on 3 weeks. My hand's in water an awful lot. I have one nail that's really messed up, but 3 weeks. This is how long these nail wraps last. I call them magic nail wraps because when you purchase one sheet at $8, you get a little spell that kind of goes with it. Nothing too out of the crazy, just a little hopeful and inspiration things that will make your nails stand out a little bit more. And it's a lot cheaper than going to the nail salon at $40 every 2 weeks. The other thing that I am really, really happy and excited about in my own wardrobe, I am absolutely insane crazy about leopard print. I have picked up my own line of leopard earrings. They sell for $12 a pair. They are fun. They are flirty. There's a variety. So I don't have any of this stuff up on my website yet, but if you would like to see pictures of all that I'm promoting right now and working with, send me an email at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. Send me a message through Facebook, through Instagram, through YouTube direct. You know, there's some big things that are coming. I'm working on trying to pick up a line of clothes that I'll be able to promote other than the t-shirts that I have been making. This is fabric. It is applique on, although I do have some vinyl that I do. I just prefer the fabric. I think it makes it stand out a lot nicer. I have my aprons back here, if you can see. I've kind of been promoting a little bit. I will have cutting boards to match. I will have mitts to match. I have dish towels. Where are they at here? Oh, they're in here somewhere. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. So I just wanted to really, really touch base this morning and let you know that things are changing up a little bit. Hopefully, this is November, December. I want to say by March, I want to be in a different house. So I need to get this ball rolling. I need to do the things that I need to do to make a living, promote who I am and what I have to offer. You know, I'm an open book. I have said that from the get-go. I live my life out loud. Being Italian probably doesn't help, but you know, I talk with my hands. I talk really loud. I have purpose. I have a mission, and I hope I'm inspiring whoever it is that kind of follows along. So for today, for tomorrow, forever, be happy. Be thankful for all the wonderful things that are coming into your life. You know, life isn't going to work or change for you until you make the decision that it needs to change. You know, if you're struggling with whatever the rule is right now in your county, your city, your state, go to your political figurehead And you know what? Hash it out with them. We are Americans. We live this life free. We are a nation under God, indivisible by liberty. And our civil liberties are so very important right now while we know what our own health immune triggers are. So I am Kitryn Marie. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. I promote a bunch of different things. If you were looking for collaborations with your products, I ask that you reach out to me. Send me an email. Again, send me a message through any of the entities. You know, fate does turn on a dime, and y'all need to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. So while I sign off on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, have a wonderful, wonderful day. You know what? God works in miracles. Doors open. Opportunities happen where you don't even know they're going to happen, but you need to believe that the opportunity is there. God is good. God is good every day, all day. Y'all take care, and I'll see you real soon. Okay? Bye. And I think I'm good to go. Hey, Facebook. And as I sign off on YouTube, thank you very, very much. Take care.